Hello everybody and welcome to Black Desert Online New Player Guide 2023. In this video I'm going to try and give you as much information as possible about the game so you will have a smoother experience. Now this is going probably to be a two-part video, so let's get into it. Now when you're going to log into Black Desert Online you will create your season character. The reason you want to create a season character is because you get a special gear that you can upgrade faster, so it's kind of like a growth gear for you to kind of like a catch-up system. So the moment you finish upgrading your gear on the season server, you will be at a very good point. Rather, if you play the normal character, it would be way harder for you to enchant your gear. Now, if you don't know with what class you want to play, you also have here a tab called Trial. So you can create a trial character that can only stay in a special zone called the Battle Arena, and you can test out different classes if you're not sure what you want to play and what you want to invest your time in. And you can see all the skills. They give you level 60, they give you all the skills. You have dummies. You can also go against players there because people with their normal chars can join the Battle Arena as well. So yeah, also you only have 3 slots available, but when you delete a character here, it takes 5 minutes for the character to be deleted, so you can create another one. Now, when you enter the game, you'll be presented with a tutorial that's really, well, not the best tutorial ever, but you know, they made it that way. And I don't remember, because I'm not a new player, if you're going to be presented with the 3 options of where to start your adventure. I would say pick the one that is I think the first one, which is the Baleno storyline, like where everybody starts. You might not have that option as a new player. You might just automatically start there in the Balenos area, which is here, Serendia, Balenos territory. You'll start somewhere around somewhere here, I don't remember, and you will go up and arrive in Velia. So the season character has something called the season pass, and you will have to complete this. It gives you a lot of goodies, a lot of things for you to help you upgrade your gear. And as you can see here at the beginning, it says level up one step at a time. Just read what it tells you to do here. It will be very easy for you. It will give you something called beginner blackstone armor and weapon, which obviously you will enchant your weapons and armor with this, which is called the Naru gear. And when you enchant the Naru gear to maximum enchantment level, you can convert it into what I have here, which is the Tuvala gear. You will learn about this while playing the game, but it is very easy to do, very beginner friendly. On the Naru gear, you can, when you have 1000 stones, you can just spam that enhancement until it succeeds. And then when you get to Vala gear, you will have 3 different items that you can use. And I'm going to recommend you right now a website to use that will be of a huge help for any new player. I use it myself when I'm doing quests. The first one is grumpygreen.cricket, where you can search any type of information about Black Desert Online in the search bar. And the second website is Garmuff.com. Now Garmuff is a website that has everything. It has a gear builder, grind tracker, boss timers, a lot of things that you will learn about the game. You will have it here as well. You can plan your crystals, plan your gear, a lot of stuff. You also have the codes that I recently gave, so you can just come here and get the codes and put them in the game and get your free stuff. We recently had a big event, that's why we have these big codes with costumes, with free costumes and stuff. Very good for new players right now. Now what I urge you to do is to not throw away things like crown stones or items that you don't know what they do exactly, because you might regret it later. Try and put them in your storage. If you want more storage space, you press the city that you're in, and you press a house and you build storage space using the contribution points. Contribution points are up here. and you make this by doing the main quest line once, and then you will make it by cooking. You will see the cooking guide on the website that I gave you, Grumpy Green, how to get CP points. You search there and you will get your answers. Now this game, while you're doing your season pass and you're doing your main quest line here, you will explore the map. I recommend people to do the main quest line at least once because it is account wide, and once you do that, every quest will send you to a different part of the map and you will explore the city, go talk to every NPC you see because they give you knowledge for discovering them, and this will raise your energy. Now energy is mostly used for life skills, so if you're not into that, you don't really care that much, but still having the knowledge of the NPCs in every city is very important. Other than that, after you do the season pass, I suggest doing the Magnus quest line, which you don't need any gear to do. You can find information on that as well on the website that I gave you, Grumpy Green Cricket. And the Magnus quest line will give you a free pen boss gear weapon. I myself got the boots, and I recommend people to get the boots because the other pieces of armor is way easier to get. So I just got the Urgan boots. Other than that, I advise you to go and search the Jetina event quest lines. Jetina is an NPC here which will help new players make weapon, boss gear and armor way easier. And you also have a daily that I don't have here. It's a daily that you can select to get burning moonlight blackstones, and I have it here, burning. So this powder right here is a daily quest from Jetina NPC, and this, once you have a lot of this powder, which is it's a lot, like you need 180 or something of this powder in order for you to craft for a cheaper price a pen accessory. And most people go with the ring because it has the most attack power, so I would suggest you do that as well, especially as a new player. After that, you might ask, where should I grind on the season pass? If you can upgrade your Tuvala gear up to tri level, and you have, I would say, try and get your armor to Tet a little bit more, so your defense power is a little bit high. After that, you can go to Mary Cave, so you have 200 AP, very easy. Mary Cave is here at the skeletons, so there is a little bridge here, so you can go along this path, go right here, and there is this bridge, you cross it and you go here to Mary Cave. You have an auto walk feature in the game as well if you're lazy, and this is where you can grind your time-filled blackstones to make your gear pen if you run out of it. However, you need to be careful and know how to play your character a little bit, because what happens there is there will be a wave of skeletons spawning and trying to destroy the tombstone that you hit, so you kind of have to defend it. And there will also be archers that they will sit and throw arrows at you. The problem is if you stay in one place too long, and if you don't kill the archers fast when they spawn, they kind of, there be spawn so many of them that they all hit you at the same time and your HP is gonna be kaput, you know. That's why I advise you to move a lot and always kill the ranged skeletons. The melee ones are not that dangerous. You also have the chance, I don't have here, you will have something called Fugar's Timepiece. It is an item that lets you transfer your entire experience from one season character to a new character, and it will convert that new character to level 61. All the skill points you grinded, everything, all the armor that you have on you will be transferred to the other character. So this is basically if you want to try another class and you're not satisfied with the first pick, you transfer everything, including your level, to that new character, but it has to be below level 10 or 15. You can only do this once per account, and Fugar here is the main guy for you for this for the season. He has a lot of quests for you. that will help you along your journey. Now after you, let's say you are full pen, there is a reward that you can get from Fugar here when you graduate the season. I would suggest getting the Capoccia necklace first because it gives you the most AP. Because I did all the previous seasons, I have all the Capoccia accessories from here. And I chose the ring here. So then you just have fail stacks to get. Now my main character, as you can see, I have Capoccia ring, Capoccia belt, Capoccia necklace. These are the best things that you can get. After that, it's up to you how you want to go further away. I will link my build path, what I think would be good for a new player. It may not actually be that perfect, but you can guide yourself from it. I made a build on Garma for you guys. What can I say about the game? Obviously the graphics are very good, although I'm actually not on high graphics right now. So let's change that a little bit. Okay. When you change the graphics, it takes a little bit for it to do it, but come on. Alright, so the graphics are probably the nicest ones you will see in any kind of video game, and I'm not even on ultra or remastered, you know. So the combat is the second. I think actually combat is the first thing that people are attracted to, but some are attracted to the graphics. Combat is the most fluid, true action combat that you will see. This is why I love this game, that I can PvP in, and actually if you outskill your opponent, you can actually beat people who have a little bit more gear than you. Gear is also important, however, attack power and defense power are not the same. Attack power scales higher than defense power, which means that if you have around, let's say, 280 attack power, you can actually defeat people who have 360 defense power. Now there are some other things that you have to consider when it comes to that, but basically the attack power is scales way higher than the defense power. What else I can tell you is always choose the class that you think is going to be fun for you. Like, I don't know, maybe you want to play a ninja and not a berserker or something. You have a lot of classes to choose from. I think all the classes are fine. I'm not saying that they're all perfectly balanced. There may be a couple of classes that can do what, 10% more grind than the class that you're playing or something like that. It's not the end of the world, to be honest. Like nothing really changes that big in the grand scheme of things. And if you play the class that you love, you're going to play more rather than playing the class that you don't really like. But even so, let's say you have a class that you prefer to play in PvE and another class that you prefer to PvP in. Well, there comes the tag system. You can copy the gear that you have on one character to another character, and mainly what you're gonna copy is not your entire gear but only your weapons, because this is the only difference in gear when it comes to other classes, the weapons, and that's it. The other gear you can just put it on the other character directly. So the weapons, awakening weapon and sub weapon, are different for classes, and you can just tag. You will be given a lot of Marnie fuel stones to do the tagging anyway. If not, it will cost you, but it will cost you depending on how big your gear is, and since you're a new player, you won't have that big of a gear anyway. Another thing that you should do is do the adventure logs. Start early, you know. You can do this like when you don't have, like, when you don't want to grind. The adventure logs is something that you can find on this website. You can search here AP journal, and you have here BDO adventure logs, AP9, DP9. This is basically free stats that you get account wide from these journals if you do them once, and it tells you where you get the attack power and the defense power. And Here you can click on each one, and what I love about it is that it gives you a nice little setup like this, where it tells you what you have to do to complete the pages in the journal, and you have to complete each page one by one, right? However, if you're only after the attack power, for example, from this, you don't have to complete everything, you just have to complete it up to the attack power here, and then here you can stop. You don't need this shit right here, right? I don't know what else I can tell you about the game. I'm gonna make a part 2 where I'm going to talk about briefly about the classes and what I think about them. So stay tuned for that.